Today we are discussing questions and answers for Microsoft Administering Relational Databases DP-300. You can download the complete list of Microsoft-based questions from the link provided in the description. Our question is, you are building a database backup solution for a SQL Server database hosted on an Azure virtual machine. In the event of an Azure regional outage, you need to be able to restore the database backups. The solution must minimize costs. Which type of storage accounts should you use for the backups? Option A. Locally redundant storage (LRS). Option B. Read access geo-redundant storage (RAGRS). Option C. Zone redundant storage (ZRS). Option D. Geo-redundant storage. Correct answer is option B. Our next question is, you have SQL Server on Azure virtual machines in an availability group. You have a database named DB1 that is not in the availability group. You create a full database backup for DB1. You need to add DB1 to the availability group. Which restore option should you use on the secondary replica? Option A. Restore with recovery. Option B. Restore with non-recovery. Option C. Restore with standby. Correct answer is option B. Our next question is, you are planning disaster recovery for the failover group of an Azure SQL database managed instance. Your company's SLA requires that the database in the failover group become available as quickly as possible if a major outage occurs. You set the read and write failover policy to automatic. What are two results of the configuration? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Option A. In the event of a data center or Azure regional outage, the databases will fail over automatically. Option B. In the event of an outage, the databases in the primary instance will fail over immediately. Option C. In the event of an outage, you can selectively fail over individual databases. Option D. In the event of an outage, you can set a different grace period to fail over each database. Option E. In the event of an outage, the minimum delay for the databases to fail over in the primary instance will be 1 hour. Correct answer is option A and option E. Our next question is, you have an Azure SQL database named DB1. You need to ensure that DB1 will support automatic failover without data loss if a data center fails. The solution must minimize costs. Which deployment option and pricing tier should you configure? Option A. Azure SQL Database Premium. Option B. Azure SQL Database Serverless. Option C. Azure SQL Database Managed Instance Business Critical. Option E. Azure SQL Database Standard. Correct answer is option A. Our next question is, note, this question is part of a series of questions that present the same scenario. Each question in the series contains a unique solution that might meet the stated goals. Some question sets might have more than one correct solution, while others might not have correct solution. After you answer a question in this section, you will not be able to return to it. As a result, these questions will not appear in the review screen. Now the question is, You have an Azure SQL database named Sales. You need to implement disaster recovery for Sales to meet the following requirements. During normal operations, provide at least 2 readable copies of Sales. Ensure that Sales remains available if a data center fails. Solution: you deploy an Azure SQL database that uses the general purpose service tier and geo-replication. Does this meet the goal? Option A yes, option B no. Correct answer is option B no. If you are preparing for any Microsoft-based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.